The world explodes around you. Cannon thunder shakes the ground beneath your feet. Smoke chokes the air, thick with gunpowder and burning pitch. It is May 29, 1453. You stand on a narrow stone street inside the walls of Constantinople as the last day of the Byzantine Empire begins. The ground trembles again. Another cannon shot from the Ottoman lines. Dust and small stones rain down from the walls above. Shouts rise in Greek, Latin, Italian. Soldiers, civilians, monks, all running in different directions, clutching weapons, children, icons. The air fills with the acrid bite of gunpowder and the distant cry of fear. You lift your gaze upward. The Theodosian walls, double line of stone and towers that have guarded this city for 1,000 years, are cracked and bleeding rubble. Turkish banners already flutter on some battlements, defiant in the wind. The air carries the sharp bite of sulfur, charred timber, and the metallic tongue of fresh blood. Shouts rise all around you. Greek prayers, Latin curses, Italian orders from the Genoese mercenaries. A soldier in lamellar armor runs past, blood streaming from a gash on his forehead. Another drags a wounded comrade by the arm, leaving a red trail on the stone. The city is fracturing, and you are standing in the fracture. The roar of cannons never stops. Each shot is closer, louder, more desperate. You smell sulfur, pitch, blood, fear. The walls have held for weeks, but now they are failing. The end is here, and you are trapped inside it. You are inside the last hours of an empire. A city that stood for 1,000 years is falling. You are not a soldier. You are not a citizen. You are a stranger in a dying world. And a question burns inside you. How long can you survive? You move deeper into the city, searching for shelter. The streets are crowded with desperation. People carrying bundles of cloth, children clinging to skirts, soldiers dragging wounded comrades. The smell of hunger hangs heavy. Boiled leather, boiled grass, boiled rats. The markets are gone. Only empty stalls and broken crates remain. Water is rationed to drops. The aqueducts are cut, the cisterns nearly empty. People line up at the last fountains, cups shaking in their hands. You see a mother share a single sip with her child, eyes hollow with exhaustion. The night brings no rest. Torches flicker along the walls as soldiers and civilians repair breaches. They drag stones, pour molten lead, prepare pots of Greek fire. The smell of sulfur and oil mixes with the stench of unburied dead. You hear whispers in the dark. The emperor is on the walls. Constantine XI walks the battlements in plain armor, refusing to flee. His voice carries over the noise, calm, resolute, urging the defenders to hold one more night. The city is starving, bleeding, but it still fights. Men and women work side by side, carrying stones, sharpening spears, praying under their breath. You see a child helping to fill sandbags, hands shaking with effort. Hope is thin, but it is not yet gone. You realize the truth. This city has survived sieges before, but this time the walls are breaking. The enemy is at the gates. And you, a stranger with no place here, must decide. Hide, fight, or run. The choice is yours, and time is running out. The night is too quiet, an unnatural stillness before the storm. Then, at dawn, the Ottoman cannons roar as never before. The walls shudder, stone explodes inward. A massive breach opens near the gate of St. Romanus. Thousands of Janissaries pour through. White turbans, curved swords, shouts of victory. Chaos erupts. Defenders fight house by house, street by street. Greek fire ignites. Streams of burning liquid consume men alive. Screams pierce the smoke. The city that stood for 1,000 years is bleeding out. You duck into a doorway as arrows whistle past. A Byzantine soldier falls beside you, an arrow in his chest. Another charges forward, sword raised, only to be cut down. The streets are slick with blood and fear. The city is falling, one street at a time. The Hagia Sophia, the greatest cathedral in the world, is stormed. Priests are killed at the altar. Gold and relics are torn down. The city's heart is ripped open. You hear the triumphant cries of the victors, echoing through the sacred halls. The city is sacked. 3 days of looting begin. Homes are broken open. People dragged into the streets. Some are killed. Some are spared if they convert. The air is thick with smoke, screams, and the sound of breaking glass. You are still alive, somehow. A stranger in a dying city. The empire that stood for 1,000 years is gone. The question burns inside you. How long can you keep breathing in this new world? The city is no longer fighting. It is being torn apart. Smoke rises from every quarter. Homes are broken open, doors shattered, possessions scattered in the streets. You duck into shadows, heart pounding, trying to disappear. Screams fill the air, sharp, desperate, final. People are dragged from hiding places. Some are killed on the spot. Others are bound and led away into slavery. The once sacred streets run red. You crawl through alleys, past burning homes, past bodies. The smell of smoke and death is everywhere. You see a family hiding in a cellar. They motion for silence. Some survive by staying hidden, some by paying bribes, some by fleeing through forgotten tunnels. The looting lasts 3 days. Homes are stripped. Churches are emptied. The Hagia Sophia becomes a mosque. The empire that lasted 1,000 years is erased. But the city itself survives, renamed, reborn as Istanbul.
Constantinople is ours!
You are still breathing, somehow. A stranger who slipped through the cracks of history. The question echoes inside you. Could you have done more? Could you have fought? Could you have saved someone? The fires die down. The screams fade into silence. Constantinople has fallen, but the city itself breathes on. Renamed, rebuilt, reborn as Istanbul. You stand among the ruins, watching a new dawn break over the smoke. What would you have done in those final hours? Tell me in the comments. And subscribe. More chapters of history are waiting.